Hi, team. I want to first start off with saying if you have not watched my previous video on how I set up my 5-day free clean eating challenge groups, please go back and watch that before you watch this because I'm going to be talking about how I follow up with my challengers. And so I just want you to go back and watch that video because it really helps set up for these follow-ups. So go back, watch that, and then come back and watch this video. So for follow-ups, I already know their why. I already know why they want this because I have asked that, to them previously. And throughout the whole time, I do check in with my girls. So I set aside a time to check in with at least 3 to 4 a day, depending on how many challengers I have that, in that specific group at that time. So when I am talking to these girls, I'm asking them how they're feeling already. Right now I'm actually on day 2 of a 5-day free clean eating group, and I just messaged one of the girls in my group because she's a mom, and we were talking about that. She lives in Florida, and I asked her, how she's feeling, because even though it's day 2. And instead of asking how you're doing, I'm asking how she's feeling, because this is about feeling good from the inside out. And if you ask how they're doing, sometimes it could be negative. So, or what are you loving so far? Just ask them something that gives it more positive light or a positive spin on it. So after the group is over on Saturday, usually I'll start off by saying this. And this is even when I've had conversation with them. So I'll say, hey girl, thanks again so much for being a part of the 5-day clean eating challenge. I saw that you were really active in the group and I loved all of your participation. Or I saw your before and after pictures and just wanted to say you look amazing. I bet you're feeling amazing from the inside out. And then the next sentence could be, you told me before that you really needed the support, or you really needed the accountability, or you really needed new recipe ideas, or you really wanted to meet new friends. And then you can say something like, how has that been beneficial for you with this group? So, you told me before that you really needed the accountability. How was the accountability beneficial for you in these next, these last 5 days, or the support, or the clean eating recipes, or whatever it is. So really pinpointing why they wanted this and asking them how they're feeling, how they're feeling and what they really loved about the group, because that can help you as well pinpoint what will help them later on. So even maybe not even saying I saw, if you don't want to, in the beginning, you could even say, hey girl, thanks again so much for being a part of my 5-day clean eating challenge. What was your favorite part, or what did you love the most? Because then right there they could be like, oh, I really love the accountability. It really helped me so much, especially with having, the clean eating recipes really accessible, blah, blah, blah. And then you could say, yeah, I totally agree. Accountability and support has been something that has been so helpful for me in my journey. And I totally understand where you're coming from. Maybe, and then transition and say, have you ever wondered what it is to be in one of my 30-day challenge groups? And then either they'll say yes or they'll say no. But most of the time they'll be like, yeah, I have, but I'm just not sure if I have the money. And then you could be like, yeah, totally. I totally understand. I was really skeptical at first and didn't really want to make the initial investment. But I can tell you that this investment has been such a benefit for my health and my own journey. And then kind of transition into what the accountability has done for you. And then then you start asking them, okay, so and then it leads into forming more. So what types of fitness programs do you enjoy the most? What do you think you could benefit from? What do you struggle with the most? So really, these relationships are building. They don't happen overnight. That's why starting new conversations every single day is so important, because with any follow-ups, with any new conversations, I do not going in thinking that I'm going to change their life within this next month. I go in with thinking that they are going to come around within 3 months. So don't go into a conversation just thinking that they're going to trust you right away. people have to build that trust with you, and some are quicker to trust you, some are not. But you'll learn over time how to gain that trust quicker with people by the way you talk to them, because you're pinpointing at exactly what they need versus just saying whatever. You need to dig deep and you need to really figure out why they are here. And when you do that, you'll be able to follow up so much better and you'll feel so much more confident about your follow-ups. So, that is really, really how I follow up with them. So my initial email to them is really what sets me up for this follow-up, because I'm building that relationship with them over the 5 days. I'm commenting on all of their pictures. I'm really making sure I'm active in the group. You can also ask some questions like, do you think you're going to be continuing a healthy lifestyle? How can I help you continue a healthy lifestyle? If they talk about accountability, like I said, relate it back to your life. And I even have a girl in this group who invited 3 of her mom and her friend. Actually, I think 2 friends, actually. And right there, that's someone who could potentially be a coach. And so at the end of these, next 5 days on Saturday, I'm going to ask her if she's ever wondered what I've done as a coach. Because if she's already inviting friends and family to this, why not? Like, she literally is already doing basically what we do as a coach, right? So don't be afraid to ask that either. Say, what did you think about the group? And still go through that same process about, asking, thanking them, and then also asking them what they love most. And then from there, be like, I'm just curious. Have you ever wondered what I do as a coach? And either she's going to say, no, I haven't, but what do you do? Or, yeah, I have. What is it that you do? Or no. I mean, whatever. But you're changing their life regardless, and you're planting that seed regardless, even if they have never even thought about it. Because she's probably going to watch me regardless of what she says, and I know that eventually this could help her life and her family because I've digged deep already with the previous conversations. So I hope that this helped. Please feel free to ask any questions or comment below with anything that you need. And I am also going to be creating, again, a few scripts of follow-ups and my conversations that I've just had with people, so you can kind of see how I go about talking about certain things. I hope that this was helpful for you all.